welcome to my channel, Sitting Academy. Today we have a paper, ZIMSEC Mathematics Paper 1, June 2026 session. Okay. So we have question number 1. Question number 1 says express 3,6824 correct to 3 significant figures. Remember, significant figures is before the what? The comma. Are we together? So that's 1.6824. Okay. To what? To 3 significant figures. So we're going to count 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So here, so 6. That's where there is 3 significant figures. So 8 is 5 and above. So we can add what? We can add 1 here. So we're left with what? 31, comma what? Comma 7. That will be our answer. So our answer will be 31, comma 7. Okay. So to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places after the comma. 1, 2. So there's 2 here. We cannot add anything because it is below what? Below 5. If it was 5 and above, we could add 1 here. So it will be 31, comma 68. So answer will be 31, comma 6 what? Comma 68. Okay. To the nearest 10. 10. So from our number 31, comma 6824. Let's round it off to what? To the nearest tens. So these are units and these are what? Tens. Then this one, these are 10th, 10th, 100th, 1000th, and so on. So to the nearest what? 10. That's here. So 1 is below 5. So our answer will be what? It will be 30. That will be our answer to the nearest what? To the nearest 10. So that will be what? That will be 30. Okay. Then another one here. I says convert 10, 0, 1, 1 base 2 is a number in base what? In base 5. Okay. So let me write it here. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, base 2 in base what? In base 5. Okay. Are we still together? So the first stage right here is to express this number right here as a number in base 10. Then we'll find it in base what? In base 5. So the first stage is to express it in base 10, then from base 10 to base 5. So on this one, I'm going to write 0 to our last digit, then 1, 2, 3, and what? And 4. Okay. This one multiplied by base what? 2 to the power of what? To the power of 4. Okay. We can ignore these 2 zeros. Why? Because when we multiply, we are still going to get 0. Are we together? So 1 multiplied by what? 2 to the power of what? The power of 1. Are we together? And this one, 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of what? The power of 0. So 1 times 2 to the power of 4, we get 60 plus 2 to the power of 1, that's 2 times 1. That's 2 plus 2 to the power of 0. That's 1. 1 times 1. That's 1. Okay. So 16 plus 2. That's 18 plus 1. That's 19. So it's now in base what? In base 10. Remember the answer is say giving you answer in base 5. Okay. So we're going to say 19 now. 19 is in base 10. Divided by what? By 5. So 5 into 19. That's 3. Remainder what? Remainder 4. Then 5 into 3. That's 0. Remainder what? Remainder 3. And our answers are our remainders. Counting from bottom to the top. Right. So our answer will be 30, 34 base what? Base 5. Okay, so that's 34 base 5. 34 base 5. Okay. Okay, next one. Next one. Right. Next one, see, simplify 142 base 5 plus 13 base 5. Okay, so 42 base 5 plus 13 base 5 plus 13 base 5. Okay, so we're going to add 42 plus what? Plus 13 in base 5. Okay, are we together? So we are adding 2 plus 3, that's 5. We cannot write 5. Why? Because any number in base 5, or no number should reach or exceed this base. So if a number is in base 5, then all digits must be below 5. So we're going to write 5 divided by what? By the base. 5 into 5, that's 1, remainder 0. And our remainder is the answer. I'm going to write 0 here. Then I carry 1 below, so it now becomes 2. 4 plus 2, that's 6. So I cannot write 6 because 6 is above 5. So I'm going to divide 6 with the base. So 5 into 6, that's 1, remainder 1. The remainder is the answer. I'm going to write 1. Then I carry what? I carry 1 below here. So it's 1 plus 0, that's 1. Base what? Base 5. Are we together? So it's 1, 1, 0, base 5. Okay. Then another one. Set AC such that AC square is a rectangle, equilateral triangle, kite, trapezium, parallelogram. From the set, write down the number of shape which has a rotational symmetry of what? Of 3. Rotational symmetry of 3. So from our shapes right here, a rectangle, no. A square, no. A square is what? 4. Rotational symmetry. Equilateral triangle, right? An equilateral triangle is a triangle like this, right? With all sides which are what? Which are equal. Okay. So if we rotate it from this point and spin it, it spins how many times? 1, 2, and 3. That's what we are calling rotational symmetry of order 3. So it's an equilateral triangle. Then you write equilateral what? Triangle. Okay. Then the other one, rotational symmetry of order 2, and exactly 2 lines of symmetry. Right. So from our sets here, a square is 4 rotational lines of symmetry and 4 lines of symmetry. A rectangle, right? A rectangle is like this, right? A rectangle is like this. So this side right here and this side they are equal, and this side there, this side they are also at equal, 2 opposite angles which are equal. So meaning to say, when you are saying rotational order, rotational symmetry of order 2, you're saying if we rotate it from this point here, we move 1, 2 to get to the same position. Okay, in lines of symmetry, that's 1, right? And what? And 2. All right. So lines of symmetry, these are lines that can cut any shape into 2 equal parts. Okay. So from our sets, the rotational symmetry order of 2 and 2 exact lines of symmetry, it's our what? It's our rectangle. Rectangle. Are we together? All right. Now the other one. One line of symmetry from our shapes. We have a kite, right? This kite is more like this, right? Okay, so lines of symmetry, more like this one. Then it's like like this one. That's a what? That's a kite, right? So it has got what? One line of symmetry like this. Okay, if you cut like this, we cannot, these 2 sides are not equal, so it has got what? One line of what? Of symmetry. So that will be a kite. Are we together? Right. Then our next question is express as a single fraction in its lowest term. That's 1 over 4x minus 2y and minus y over 4x squared minus y squared as a fraction in its simplest form. So the first stage right here is to let's factorize. To factorize these denominators.